Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur, and if you like delivering food, I've got some bad news. You are going to have a lot less options soon because Postmates and DoorDash are actually talking about a merger to fend off competition from Uber and Amazon. Definitely disappointed about this one, and this one I kind of report with a very heavy heart. Postmates and DoorDash have discussed a merger that would unite two of the largest restaurant delivery startups in the U.S., in a bid to take on better-funded competitors like Grubhub, Uber, and Amazon, multiple sources have told Recode. The CEOs of both companies, DoorDash's Tony Zhu and Postmates' Bastien Lehman, have discussed a potential deal at least once in person in the last year, these people said. Lehman was optimistic enough at some point in the last year that he expressed confidence in a private conversation that a merger would happen, according to one source. Discussions have been on again, off again over this time frame, but there is currently no concrete deal on the table, and there are several roadblocks to getting one done. Okay, so what are the roadblocks? Well, let's look at here. One of the biggest obstacles is the decision of who would run a joint company. Neither CEO is crazy about the idea of reporting to the other. For the record, screw Tony Zhu. Seriously, Tony, screw you. Have a problem? Give me a call. My number's in one of the videos somewhere. Let's see here. It's also not clear if both sides are convinced they'd gain enough benefits from a merger to justify the risk and difficulty of combining two large private companies. Which is true. Still, Postmates and its investors could face increased pressure to cut a deal in the wake of DoorDash's recent giant cash infusion of $535 million from SoftBank. Oh yeah, there's SoftBank again. I'm getting really concerned about SoftBank getting involved in all of these different companies, don't you? Because, yeah, here's the thing. Remember, SoftBank owns a piece of Uber, and Uber has a food delivery service. So, concerning. Postmates was slightly better funded than DoorDash prior to that. Now, like all rivals to SoftBank-backed companies, Postmates suddenly has to retcon with how to compete against a startup with a huge capital advantage, potentially making a merger or sale more attractive. Postmates and DoorDash spokesperson declined to comment on the talks. News and discussions comes only a month after DoorDash announced it had bulked up its balance sheet with a $535 million investment led by SoftBank's Vision Fund. That cash infusion has left Postmates, which last raised $140 million in 2016, in the daunting position of being one of the least capitalized player in the industry. In the U.S., Grubhub, which also owns Seamless and Eat24, is the biggest company dedicated solely to just restaurant delivery, with a public market value of $8.5 billion. And keep in mind, they're public, so that's an actual valuation. It's not a theoretical valuation. But Uber operates its Uber Eats delivery service in more than 140 North American cities, and Amazon and Square-owned Caviar also compete. Yay, Caviar. Please, please, Caviar, expand. Expand. You guys aren't even competing with these guys. Expand. All these companies are also vying for a large chunk of food delivery that thousands of restaurants today simply handle directly themselves. And as you can see, there's the chart. Grubhub clearly the winner in this. I'm sort of surprised to see Postmates so small. I actually always figured Postmates would be the one to dominate because they did more than just food, they did items. I remember, strangest Postmates delivery story, someone wanted me to go to Best Buy and pick up Joe Dirt 2 on Blu-ray. It was a very interesting day to be driving for Postmates. So what's at stake for DoorDash and Postmates? The stakes are high. By 2020, 11% of U.S. restaurant sales are expected to come from delivery orders, up from an estimated 6% last year, according to Morgan Stanley research. That would equate to a $32 billion market opportunity within 4 years. DoorDash, which was founded in 2013, has created some differentiation from competitors by striking delivery deals with more than 50 of the top 100 restaurant chains, including Wendy's and the Cheesecake Factory. Boo to delivering Wendy's, not because their food sucks. I kind of like their food, but because the tips aren't very good. But Cheesecake Factory, yeah. Those deals account for 25% of its sales, Zhu said in an appearance at Recode's recent Code Commerce events. The startup also white labels its service in order to handle some orders that customers place directly with its restaurant partners. Postmates, which launched 2 years earlier than DoorDash, has become a hit in Los Angeles and Hollywood, which has helped it get written onto scripts of popular shows like HBO's Insecure It has also recently started offering grocery delivery. Oh, and it also gained a lot of notoriety when one of the Kardashians, I forgot which one, forgive me, like said, oh, it's called Postmates. Yeah, that helped a lot, believe it or not. Combined, DoorDash and Postmates would have about 23% market share, according to data from Second Measure, a startup that analyzes debit and credit card transactions. Uber Eats is about 20% of the market, while Grubhub, counting its Seamless and E24 businesses, has 52%. Both DoorDash and Postmates hire their own networks of contracted delivery people and supplement their business from partner restaurants with deliveries from establishments with which they do not have formal relationships. They make money from delivery and service fees in addition to commissions from partners. Postmates also sells subscriptions that offer unlimited deliveries for flat, monthly, or annual fee, which I'm sure they lose a lot of money on those. Postmates revenue grew more than 85% to around $250 million in 2017 on nearly $900 million in total gross sales, according to a document viewed by Recode. But the startup is still losing a lot of money, posting an averaging loss of $75 million for the year. The company previously told some news outlets it would be profitable by the end of 2017. I think they might have missed that target. So anyway, there's a lot here about what they could gain, and I'll just kind of leave the link below. But here's my question in all of this. What about the drivers? I mean, that's always my question. What about the drivers? Are the drivers going to get royally screwed in this deal if it happens? I think they will. And the biggest question I have is, what happens to the suspended drivers? For example, I was deactivated on DoorDash because they're a bunch of, well, it's a family-friendly website, but you guys know what you are. Seriously. And they have deactivated many, many drivers for the most asinine of reasons. I'm still active with Postmates. I get warning letters about low ratings sometimes because, you know, they don't have a separation for the food and the customer, I think. But I have always persevered. So if they merge, do the people deactivated on DoorDash not get to keep their Postmates status? And do the Postmates people who've been deactivated not get to keep their DoorDash status? They have very different ideas of what counts for deactivation. So unless you were deactivated from both or not deactivated from both, then someone's probably going to get screwed in this transaction. And I don't like that idea. I don't like it at all. Not only that, but again, less competition, because whatever DoorDash and Postmates are now, if you don't qualify for them, you have Amazon and Grubhub and maybe Caviar and, you know, just Order Up, I think, is out there. But yeah, Postmates and DoorDash are the ones that are pretty much everywhere, and that I don't like what that's going to do potentially to the market. It's going to be less competitive for customers. It's going to be less competitive for drivers. It's just going to be bad all around. But I leave the question to you. What do you think? Are you worried about this merger? Do you think it will even happen? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a patron member for $1 a month. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.